Hello, everybody. I want to talk about society and what society is, and how society can help create at least, a better world. Margaret Thatcher, who was the Prime Minister of Great Britain from 1979 to 1990, once famously said, "There's no such thing as society." And she meant that there was this trend towards individuals who thought that the society should take care of the people, that this collection of people that is either culminating in a government or some type of community is really responsible for a person's welfare. And she was raised a Methodist, and Methodists believe that instead you should take care of yourself and those small people around you. It doesn't mean that you don't have some concern for others, but it's not necessarily mutual responsibility as individual responsibility, or what we would call self-responsibility. And that was really ingrained with her by her father, Alfred, who was mayor of a town called Grantham. And he believed that you have to take care of yourself, that you can't be a burden on others. Of course, if you mentally or physically can't be that type of person, then society should step in and help the less fortunate. But by and large, people are expected to make their own way, make it on their own. And so that was her famous saying about there's no such thing as society. She was quite brutally mocked for that. People thought that that gave an uncaring, insensitive mark. But she had, in some ways, a point in that what is society? At least raised the question, what is society? And I think that as you look for society, it is a group of people living in a certain area that have certain custom and rules that dictate how they act and live. In a particular society, I think there's 4 aspects that best define the type of society that it is and that it will become. First, a society should have a shared history. It's much more important to have some history to create a commonality. That history could be from a year to 10 years to 50 years, but that history gives people a commonality. For those people who don't have that history, they should at least believe in the second aspect, shared values. So in addition to shared history, they have shared values. They believe in the same thing. They have the same values and respects among the people that live in that area. So you can have people from different towns or different countries move in, but they have that shared sense of values, and that creates a much more stable society. The third aspect is a stable future. So you have a stable present, but you need a stable future. In a world of tumultuous change, it can be difficult to create a society that's conducive, a society that actually is able to withstand some of the treacherous waters that occur in a rapidly changing world. That's why a stable future can be important for a society. And last, compassion for others. As I mentioned when I first started, it is important that you have some self-responsibility, that you do take care of self and those around you. But you also have to have compassion for others. It's not mutually exclusive. You can't just be one and not the other. But if everybody took care, in this case in society, for their own future and where they want to go, then you'd have much less to take care of outside of those individuals and their families and their close circle of friends. So that's what creates a society: shared history, shared values, shared future, and also a compassion for others. It doesn't necessarily create the best society, maybe even not a great society, but what you hope to have is a society that not just tolerates, but respects others, understands the histories, and understands that going forward you can create a better place through people who have an understanding and appreciation of others than if you don't. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the day.